Hey y'all, Sean again, Custom Offsets TV on the YouTube. We've got another episode of Hot and New for you. It's gonna be episode 66, and we're gonna bring you another American Force wheel. So I'm going to talk through this one, then I'll talk about American Force in general for those that don't understand their game. So it's going to be a 22 by 12 wide, and that's going to have a -40 offset. So American Force goes with the -40 offset versus the standard -44 that you see a lot of times. But because it's a forged wheel, they still sit on a pretty good size lip. So this wheel is going to be right around 6.5 inches of lip. So you know, on a lot of the 12 wides, with the cast wheels, they're about a 6-inch lip with a -44. Even though this one, -40, you would think would have less of a lip because it's a forged wheel, and the thickness here is going to be less because it's got the strength built in. And then the designs of the way they run them, you're actually at about 6.5 inches, so you have a 1/2 inch more lip. And that's why a lot of time with the Forces and the forged wheels, they just have that more pop to them as far as the lip size goes. So as far as the caps, you'll never see, as far as I know, a covered cap on a forged wheel, especially the American Forces. They'll all be exposed lug nuts, and then a lot of guys will run the spike lug nuts. This wheel comes in about every size, so 20 by 9s, 20 by 12s, 20 by 10s, 22 by 10, 22 by 11, 22 by 12, 14 wides, they make 16 wides. This is going to be the Jade, this design. So you'll see that it's got a 6-spoke, and they're all angled. You know, it's got an aggressive directional to it. And then the 8-lug is going to be 8-spoke. So you'll see when you go to an 8-lug bolt pattern, it's going to add 2 more spokes to it as well. I'd imagine that's both for strength and for symmetry, because then they're putting basically a lug at every spoke. So that, I think, is it for this one. This is going to be your mirror finish. So it's got a mirror finish all the way around the edges and then also on the face. And this is an aluminum wheel that has been polished to have that finish. So it's definitely going to have some maintenance to it. These you also can get in the different blacks. They have a black texture. They have a black powder coat that's more of a smooth. And then you can have them custom painted however you would like. A lot of times what we advise people to do is to do the custom painting back at home so that you have your vehicle, but we can definitely have them made any way you want. But a lot of times when you have the vehicle, you can make sure that you get a perfect match. So the general concept with American Forces, they'll probably take about 3 to 4 weeks for a package to get to your house, because most of them are or a lot of them are made to order, or they'll drill them out to order or do the final touches. Because remember, this is a forged wheel. So what that means is it basically starts as a puck of aluminum and then gets pressed into the wheel, and then they'll take and CNC cut out all of the design and the layout and all of the edging, and you'll see all of that is also mirror finish even on the edges. And that's the polishing process versus a cast wheel, which is what most wheels are. In the standard wheels is going to be a mold that they're pouring the hot aluminum into and then forming the wheel. So the argument is this is a stronger wheel. It's definitely a more labor-intensive wheel with all of the CNC machining and the polishing and everything. And then, like I said, this one will take a little more upkeep because you've got to keep that polish going. A lot of times you can keep up with it by hand, but if it does get carried away, you've got to get in with a machine or a professional and have them go ahead and re-polish the wheels. So the price point, you're running right around $2,500 and up. So that's going to be on our, what do we call it, high price range. So that would be in the high category. We're going to try to give you more of ranges, low, moderate, and high. And this would be in the high with the rest of the forged wheels as far as all the American Forces go. And then it's a little bit more if you want to get the black powder coats and whatnot, because now you're adding another step of powder coat. So that is the general breakdown of American Forces. They've got, every size. They have hundreds of models. So if you get into that, you can just jump on the website and kind of just start scrolling. And if you find American Force somewhere else a different style or design that we don't have the site, we have it. We just aren't able to load all of them because there are so many models that they make of the American Force wheels. So it's been a really good wheel for us. I've been very happy with it. It's a beautiful wheel. That, like I said, they've just got the added maintenance that any forged wheel is going to have because you're dealing with raw aluminum that has to be kept up versus something that's clear coated or painted. So that is your breakdown. That's your hot new. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow us. Make sure that you tell your friends how cool these forces are.